volume formula for pyramids. Okay, the second one is volume for pyramids and cones. Again, just like the prisms and cylinders, these are going to have the same exact formula. And that formula is 1/3 capital B, capital H. And the biggest mistake students make on this is they forget the 1/3. And so be very careful with that. Make sure you are aware of it. If I gave you, let's say, a trapezoidal pyramid, with the following measures. I'll usually use dashed lines to indicate altitudes of two-dimensional figures. So the height of this trapezoid itself is 5. If we are working through to solve for the volume here, we get 1/3. The area is the shape of a trapezoid, so what is the area formula that I'll use? Trapezoid is 1/2 sum of bases, b1 plus b2, all times the height of the trapezoid. And then that's all going to be multiplied by capital H. And now, as I work through this problem, I'm not going to multiply this through. I don't think you need to leave, or you don't need to simplify or try to combine 1/3 and 1/2. If you leave them as factors, it might even make it easier to cancel factors as you simplify the problem. So I'm going to leave this as 1/3 times 1/2. What is my base 1 plus base 2 value? 10 plus 4 is 14. My height of my trapezoid is 5, and then the height of my solid itself is 9. So now if I work to simplify, I can take 1/3 of 9 is 3, half of 14 is 7. And now, again, this isn't necessarily the easiest calculations to do, but to me it would be easier to look at 7 times 3, which is 21, and then multiply that by 5, because I would think of 21 as 20 plus 1. So what's 20 times 5? 100. And then 1 times 5 is 5, so 100 plus 5 gives you your answer, 105. We're dealing with the cubic units of some unknown quantity. Okay, so this is true for both pyramids and cones. So if you looked at a cone, let's say it has a radius of 16, and the length from the tip of the cone to the edge of the circular base is 20. I want you just to take a moment and see, can you find the volume of this cone? Again, I'd encourage you to be in the habit of identifying your general formula first. So 1/3 capital B, capital H. What is the shape of the base here? So its base formula, or the area formula for its base is pi r squared. So here is your formula for any cone. The radius of this problem is 16. Is the height 20? The height's not 20, right? Because if we were to draw in the height is this perpendicular here. So what you would have to do is sketch a right triangle, a radius of 16. Would you be able to find what the corresponding height is? What kind of a right triangle are you looking at? It's a common triple, right? It's a multiple. This is 4 times 4, 4 times 5, so we have a blank 4, 5. Common triple, so it's a 3, 4, 5 with a multiplier of 4. So what is our total height? 12. So what we can do here is plug this in. 3 goes into 12 4 times. And if you multiply this through, you get 288 pi cubic units for your volume.